Hello, and welcome to Andrew Broussard Watercolors. Today I want to do a super quick, fast and loose watercolor painting on this gray Stonehenge paper, a 90-pound, 100% cotton. I pre-wetted it, and I put out some fresh sodalite genuine, which I've been using a lot of lately. Plus I had some on the palette, and I don't want to wipe it off and waste it, so just a quick video, quick tutorial before I have to go to an arts council meeting. So with this, we're just applying fast and loose, wet and wet. With exploration of pigments, you'll find which ones wipe and swipe, which ones stain, which ones give you interesting effects. And that's what we're doing here. We're going to let the scene create itself. In fact, I really have nothing in mind. I'm thinking we can just build up tonal values and let a scene create itself. The cats had clambered across this piece of paper, and you can see that there's a crease right there, but we're just doing this to have fun. You are always welcome to follow along with anything that I do, and you have my express permission to sign your own name and sell anything you do when you follow along with any of my videos. If you'd like to support this channel, I have the Patreon down below with exclusive content. I also put out a book of my work, which is available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. And thank you to everybody that supports this channel. All right. Let's work with what we have going on. I'm seeing a background tree mass here. I think that's I want to have happen. We have a watery bend happen, so I've used this type of composition before. We have our water coming through, and let's see. Okay, so that's what we're going to work with. I don't know if it'll be the final product, but let's see. Put some tones in the sky. Paper towel really lets you go in and dab and create some variety in the sky. I want my light maybe back here, so let's lift a little bit more. Now we're doing this on this gray paper, so it's going to give a very cold feel. Bring some textures into this. All right. I'm going to lift this edge. I'll come back in. That there. Let me put out a little bit more fresh paint. With this technique, you're going to be adding paint to your palette quite a bit. And I apologize if I'm a little froggy. I've down here in Louisiana, there's just so much in the air, and being a school teacher, the kids walk around with a lot of stuff. And I'm on the tail end of something. So I just apologize if I'm clearing my throat. Let's go here. Bring that up. This reflection down. Flatten the paper. I use the back of the brush to flatten the paper so that I'm not getting the oils from my skin on there. ideas taking place. Looking at this foreground, to about here. I'm going to build up some darker aspects. Okay. Paper towel. I want to separate this mass that's coming in front from the one behind. Soften these, pull some moisture out, and see how that affects the overall. Alright, I think that's good. We might come back in with some dry brush. I'm looking for textures. Let's see what type of scraping we can do. Oh, piece of plastic. There's people that use saran wrap to get interesting textures. I've never tried that. Start pulling out this far edge. Pull out some trees using the rounded edge. It is probably too wet where they'll probably backfill like this one, but let's have at it and get some ideas happening. All right, a little bit of reflections coming down. Grabbing the number 1 rigger. Going wet and wet. And these will soften and diffuse. Get a few back here. We have a landmass coming in a little bit. Some stronger growths right there. Bring their reflection down. Hake brush with some different textures. Let's explore a little bit in the foreground. Just kind of pushing the pigments that's there, seeing what I want to have happen. So just loosely, just doing little circle loops with it. Maybe we could have a little runoff where the water's coming out into there. A few more flicks in these backgrounds. I'm going to pause the camera, we'll do dry off, and we'll see where we are at. All right, after hitting it with the blow dryer, put out a little bit of fresh pigment. Hopefully that's the last time. And we'll start getting some ideas in. I think I want this area pretty dark in shadow. It is the furthest from the light. The paper is still a little wet, so it's not completely flat. But I am painting very quick for the Arts Council meeting tonight. All right, creating my foliage. I want to get a rhythm here, so even though it's tapering down, I don't want it straight down. We want to get a flow. This helps this area pop out from that background. And we can just bring these strokes down and horizontal strokes for the surface. All right, a stronger application. I wanted a little waterway coming in here. Just dancing the brush on top, varying the direction. Pretty sure I want a nice big old foreground tree right here. Let's switch to the number 4. Dance that along. Right. Bring some other trees out. Ground these trees in place. Get some more texture in these trunks. I could probably scrape back. Yep. Let's see. Let's grab the number 1. Is this my number 1? Give it branches and growth. Just have fun with it. Just flick it out. Let it grow. Weave around. I've been doing a lot of tree sketching lately in fountain pen. We started having some nice weather down here in Louisiana, and going out and sketching in the square behind the local cemetery, just different areas, just sketching. And we can take a moment to put a little bit of foliage in. And just tapping it in, moving around, getting different densities, building things up in different strengths, areas of light. Bring some growth down below. And we could also scrape. Use the sharp edge. Try to get more movement. Let's do a dry off. Okay, now we're at the final touches. So if you don't mind, please like and subscribe. That helps this channel grow. Let's take the number 1. Just work on our darks and movement. Letting it spider out. Put some back here to kind of help mellow out those harsh scrapes that I had made. And just get a little more interest in the water. That guy that's further back. And let's see. Could build up a little more foliage. Just using up the last bit of paint that I have out. Kind of choking off this side. We'll do one last dry off so you can see the end result. And I'll sign it and we'll be done. So I hope you enjoyed. If you follow along, I'd love to see your results. I have various social media posted below, so you could find me on there and share it with me. But I'm pretty much Andrew Broussard watercolors on everything, so. All right, last bit. I'll be right out, Hammy. And there you go, 20 minutes. I hope you enjoyed. Y'all have a great day and take care.